everyone. This is the High Desert Tarotist, and I felt really drawn to do this reading today, which is going to be what will be the theme of your summer. I don't know if somebody needs to hear this or know this, but I just kept this thought has been running through my head since yesterday of do a tarot reading focused on what is going to be your theme of the summer. So kind of like your theme song or what you should be focusing on for summer 2023. So if you found this and it resonates with you, then I guess this is your reading. I will be using the very beautiful Wild Unknown tarot deck today, as well as pulling clarifier cards with different decks and some oracle cards. I don't really have much of a plan for this reading. I just felt like I should sit down and do it, and so I think we'll just let it unfold as it does. So to start, we are going to get a clarifier card. So who is this reading for? How will somebody know that this reading is for them by this? We'll get two cards. What is the theme of summer 2023? Who is this reading for? We have the Two of Wands. So the first thing I'm thinking is someone out there is starting a new project, I guess, and I have this feeling it's creative. You also might be a fire sign or just have like light it. You feel like a fire's been lit under you and you're ready to create or really explore something new. And let's get a clarifier card for that. I'm feeling a creative person here. Someone that's like, man, this summer, I really want to work on this project, this film, have something in mind, something you're creating, something you're doing. Let's get a clarifier card. There we go. Wow, Two of Swords. So we got two twos here. Yeah, definitely you're someone who is at the beginning stages of something. We have really a blend of our thoughts, our creativity, our spirit. So I do feel like you are someone, you must have an idea brewing in your mind, and I'm wondering if you've been afraid to move on it to this point. Like you might be having doubts, or you might be trying to make a decision on a focus, a project, something, a new direction, and you've been kind of stuck to this point. So I believe this is kind of saying that your summer is going to be focusing on getting yourself together, making a decision, and moving forward. Our Two of Swords is pretty traditionally like that. It always reminds me of the person that has their head buried in the sand. They're kind of, usually this card can be depicted as someone that's blindfolded with the swords crossing them. So you're basically in a state of being stuck, being unsure, not really knowing how to make a decision. If you're someone that's been possibly mulling around in your head. So again, this could be something that's very creative, right? It could be to do with a fire. You might be a fire sign. Maybe this involves a fire sign, but it would be a project. There's a idea here. There's a goal. There's something in your mind, a creative endeavor. There's potential here that you're essentially sitting on and being afraid to make a decision about. It's funny because I think the Two of Wands also often shows you that you actually do have the potential to create the thing you want to create, a project, whatever it is, and you might be holding yourself back through indecision or maybe not believing in your potential. So this summer is going to be hopefully about moving past the block, the stuckness, and figuring out how to make this potential, the project, the idea come to life, right? So we're going to want this to bloom over the course of the summer. So if that sounds like you, then I would say that this is definitely your reading. Yeah, if you've been thinking about, is there like that, it's just like project. So I'm thinking something that's long-term and significant, right? Something that you want to do, but just can't get yourself going, right? We can't get the initiation piece. All right, so we're just going to pull some cards and get a better idea of, I think we kind of got an idea of who you are as a person. Again, I think you're a creative person. I think you might get someone that gets stuck in their own head. And I think you might be a person that overthinks to the point that you think yourself out of action, which is a bummer. And I believe that the swords are also air. So we got air and fire here, right? I mean, air breeds life to fire. So your ideas will breed life to you creating them, but I think your thoughts can also cut the oxygen off from from anything developing in your life. That's like a good metaphor, I think, for what you might be feeling or going through. You're getting in your own way. You are I feel like you're highly creative. You're probably incredibly intelligent. You just are that person that can come up with ideas or plans or just have a vision, and then you doubt yourself so much, or you overthink, or you cut yourself off from yourself, and then unfortunately you end up nowhere. I'm hoping for you this summer is all about moving beyond this. So yeah, let's see. Let's get a few cards about what this one just popped out right away. We have the Four of Pentacles. So the fours are great cards. They're usually like a card of coming together, of some initial stability. You're kind of enjoying initial success. Usually there's a bit of a gathering. You might have, it's also the card of the miser. That is also funny that that came out because we talked about you getting in your own way. So I wonder if you, I want to put this card here, actually, because these two go together really well. It's almost like a clarifier card to this. I didn't ask for a clarifier card, but I hadn't even asked a question and it fell out. So I feel like it's trying to clarify. And actually I need to think about space here. So let me do this. Like I said, this is like a reading we're doing on the fly. So I have no clear vision of how I want this layout to look, but I really wanted to just kind of feel the cards. And yeah, this guy, I believe the Four of Pentacles sometimes feels like a warning to me. You're clinging on so tightly to something, and for you might be clinging on to your doubt, your worry, your thoughts. Like these, I'm seeing like someone that has thoughts on repeat, man, like a broken record, just over and over and over again. Like, and I don't think that they're positive. I think they might be negative. And I think because of that, you are so tightly wound up that it's impossible for anything to come in, right? So this card's a warning that you have to open up. You need to let go. If you need to let possibility come into your life, because as long as you're clinging on to something, as long as you're holding on to doubt or fear or worry or insecurity or feeling like I'm not enough, I'm not good enough, as long as you're holding on to that stuff, or you've had a certain amount of stuff that you've created and you don't want to let it go. Maybe this project is something that actually will take an initial financial investment for you, and you're too afraid to take that plunge and invest financially, even though there is that promise that it could reap rewards in the long run. But you got to open up, right? Because if you don't calm your mind space, if you don't open up to possibility, almost like take that leap of faith, right? Then you're not losing anything, but you're also not gaining anything, right? And again, that kind of goes back to that you're stuck. As long as you stay where you're at now, sure, I have a feeling you're probably stable with whatever's going on in your life right now. Like it's okay. You've got a routine, right? I bet you're someone that really likes routine or structure. Someone that has like, this is what I do on Mondays. This is what I do on Tuesdays. This is what I do on the weekends. Like, this is just what I do. But again, I think there's this fiery, passionate side of you, or just something. There's another side of you that's not fully being realized. So you gotta take a step back, loosen up, let go. If you have the money, because this card is the card of someone that has money, that has things, but they're just clinging on to it. They don't want to let it go. Because of that, they never open themselves up to the next level or something even greater. So yeah, I think this summer is going to teach you some lessons in how to ease up, let go. And I keep hearing let love in as well. If there's other people that are involved in this with you, or someone that you know can help you, yeah, let them in. Here. Life is presenting something to you. Life is offering something to you. Let it in. Don't be afraid to open up. I think you might be afraid to open up yourself personally. I think you might be someone that recently got hurt or have been hurt. You might be afraid to tie up some kind of project or endeavor with others. You might just be afraid to share what you have because, I don't know, there could be a million reasons, but there's definitely that sense there of being stuck and needing to, if you really want your potential to come to life. So one of your big things this summer, I think, is going to be to trust yourself and find some ways to deal with any anxiety, worry, overthinking that you're dealing with. And that's going to be really key for you. Wait, let's get some more cards. Let's just get some cards, just kind of clarify what might be a course of action. We have the Six of Pentacles. That's beautiful. Yeah, so this is definitely very project related, something that you want to create for your life. For some of you, it feels like you kind of know you want and need to do certain things, but yeah, you're just kind of stuck. We have, wow, more Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. This is very interesting. So somebody here is going to have a summer of hard work, dedication, and pushing past personal boundaries and personal limitations. That is what your summer is going to be about. And I just feel like this is, again, someone who's super creative and who really has the potential to thrive, but they get in their own way. Okay, we have... okay. We're getting all Pentacles. We have the Eight of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. And do you guys see this? 7, 8, 9. We're like 7, 8, 9. I guess I'll keep them this way because the way they fell out, but I think it's funny because I said this was a summer reading. And what are the summer months, right? June, July, August, September. What those are 7, 8, 9, right? June 6, 7, 8, 9. So, and you have the progression of one suit here, right? You guys need to buckle down, get to work, let people in that are helpful. You guys need to, again, if you have the money and you know you're hesitating to make an initial investment, I think it's going to the hard work, the dedication, the sacrifice is going to pay off. Again, I mean, if you have it. If you don't have the money, I wouldn't invest money you don't have. That just is a whole other problem in your life. We're thinking, and it doesn't even have to be money, it could resources, right? I'm thinking you have some kind of resource already available to you that you're holding back on, and we're going to progress it. I mean, this summer for you guys, I feel it, and I'm getting the sense that by the end of the summer, you're going to see initial rewards, and you're going to be like, wow, I created this thing like 4 months ago. I was sitting around being afraid to act, and I dedicated the summer. So yeah, you're dedicating the summer to yourself, right? I dedicated time to myself. I dedicated time to this project. I saw that there was hard work here. I saw that there was, I was kind of stuck on the fence. I was kind of worried, but I pushed through it. I worked hard, and now I'm starting to see the culmination. Get one more. The Hermit. I love the Hermit with the Eight of Pentacles because the Eight of Pentacles to me is always that card of someone that finally decides to hunker down, get their work done. I mean, you have a purpose, right? You're driven. And then by the time you wake up in the morning to the time you go to bed at night, you're just there tinkering away of whatever it is you're doing. You're in a zone. And the Hermit is kind of that piece of, being alone, kind of focusing inward. So those tend to go pretty good together. I don't feel like this means you're going to be totally alone and isolated from others. No, I think what this is you're going to, your summer is going to be about, one, your first starting point needs to be you are blocking yourself. So we need to deal with that first, okay? Step one, what is going on with you? I just had this thought in my head. I've done this for myself before, but I think the first thing you should do is sit down and list out what it is. And a really good way to do this is you can list all the things that you like about your current life. Okay, put that on one page. On the next page, list all the things that you wish to change about your life, or how would you like your life to look in 6 months? And again, we're thinking of, there's something here that project idea. How are you going to manifest this idea? How are you going to turn this idea into reality? It feels like it's something you want to make money off of. It feels like it's, again, something you have talent here. You're sitting on talent. You're sitting on potential. So what is that? Well, if you could have this thing that you wanted in 6 months, okay, so what is it? What is this thing? What is this idea that you have that's like floating over on top of this doubt and like stuckness, right? So number one, you're going to list all the things you currently like. What are the things that are currently working? What could we keep? What can help in this? Second, you're going to list how would you like your life to look in 6 months? Again, thinking about what is it that you ultimately want here? What are you sitting on right now? Then you're going to list number three, you're going to list all the things that you can do to make number two happen. And that's where the hermit comes in, right? You need to, this is where we're going to deal with the mental. First step, we're going to figure out what are our roadblocks, what are the things that are working, because the things that are working, we need to enhance more. Be it, again, you have some kind of resource that's working in your favor. I have a feeling that you have people in your life that can aid you. You have to open yourself up. You feel like this, I mean, seeing the turtle here, it's perfect. You kind of feel like this closed little turtle in a shell that's afraid to move. And you might already have people trying to draw you out, right? And you're like, no, I don't think so. You got to draw yourself out. We got to deal with the mental first. I would say that's step number one. After you do that, we're going to make a decision. We're going to say, you know what? Yes, I do want to work on that project. I do want to collaborate with this person, or I do want to see where I could go in my career. I know I have these talents. I'm sick of doubt. I'm sick of worry. I'm sick of holding myself back. I'm going to recognize that everything I want for my life, I have the power to make happen. And this summer, I'm going to hunker down. I'm going to do the hard work. I'm going to keep my nose to the grindstone, and I'm going to make it happen once and for all. So this is your summer. I actually really like that. It's a good feeling. It wasn't what I thought I would get from this reading, but that's what we're getting here, guys. Let's get a different deck. What should we use? I just felt like this one. She's the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. We don't need that, but let me grab the cards. All right, now we got like an overall theme and view and purpose to your summer. Let's get some, I want to get some guidance for you. So what kind of guidance can we give? Let's think first guidance as far as this piece, right? How can we get out of our shell? How can we ease up? How can we stop holding back? How is this going to happen for us? What can we do this summer? What can we look? Who can we turn to? What can we look towards? Because again, I don't feel like you're totally isolated and alone. I feel like you, if this reading is resonating with you, then you probably have already had people tell you what I just told you. You've probably already had people tell you, man, you're talented, you're innovative, you're creative, I love your ideas. Why don't you work on them? Or why don't we collaborate? Or why don't you do this? I feel like you've already had that in your life and you're just like, blinders on, not listening, in your shell, tucked away. I'm getting a sense that you're a bit hurt as well. I'm just feeling this sense of hurt. It's like really strong. Okay, sorry. I started like tearing up because that's kind of what I'm feeling. I'm feeling this incredible sense of self-doubt. It's almost like it's chaining you. And I don't know why that just came through so strongly. It just hit me like a wave. And it makes me kind of sad because I don't think you realize how absolutely talented, creative, and just a beautiful of a person that you are. And I just feel like this is kind of showing you if you can move past your own personal insecurities and doubts, you have something beautiful that can be created. And you need to do it. It's like, just, yeah. All right. Sorry, that was really weird. It just strongly hit me like a wave. I just all of a sudden felt like I jumped in someone's head of like someone who was like almost like a wounded animal. I'm getting this like I'm a wounded animal. I'm licking my wounds. I'm hiding from the world. You could, yeah, whoever you are, please. You're so much better than what you're giving yourself credit for. And I think that that's really what we got to work on here this summer. We got to get you out of this situation. All right, let's get, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked because that was just something that came out of nowhere. It was really weird. All right. No, that's not right. Let me focus here. I gotta like regroup. I feel like you need a base. So where does this person find their base of support, their base of strength? Where can this person turn to? Let's get you there, okay? We're gonna start there. This reading took, the whole energy for me just shifted because this, again, I just all of a sudden just felt like I felt someone that was just almost like a genius sitting there, not even just not seeing your worth. You're not seeing your worth. And you're worth a lot. All right. We got Death, Seven of Swords, Temperance, and the Nymph of Cups. And I need to look real quick because I think the Nymph is the Prince. But let me look. Because the Spirit. Yeah, Warrior. So we have the Warrior, the Queen, the Spirit. Yeah, the Nymph is equivalent to the Prince. Wait. Yeah, the Nymph is equivalent to the Prince in this deck. So we have the Death card, the Seven of Swords, the Temperance, and the Prince of Cups. Again, we're now thinking about your base. Like, well, how can we get you off your feet? I think the Death card here is totally fitting because it's about rebirth. It's about transformation. And we spent a lot of time already talking about, you got to get out of this space. You, to me, are just like a sitting on genius and talent. And there is something here that you, I think, really want to be working on, but you are cutting yourself off from your own life. All right, so that needs to go. We need to deal with that this summer. You need to transform. And for some of you, I think you're having some kind of, you almost feel bad. You almost feel like you're being manipulative or deceitful or, and I think that the Seven of Swords is coming through more of a feeling because it was like right next to the Temperance, right? So the Temperance is dealing with the need for flow of feelings, for emotions. And I don't feel like I don't think that you are a person that's represented by the Seven of Swords. I don't think you're underhanded. I don't think you're sneaky. I think you think that the thought of you pursuing your goals, your talents, and moving forward feels wrong to you. And like I said, I was getting this sense of hurt, just like a deep hurt. And I almost feel like, I really hate to say this, and I really hope this isn't true. You feel like someone that's been beaten down, not necessarily physically, but you may have been beaten down mentally, emotionally, almost to the point where you just, like I said, you just are just this, you kind of tucked away in a shell. You're hiding from the world. You're hiding from life. You're hiding from I got that sense of like blocking. You're blocking potential. You're blocking your talent. You're blocking creating things in your life. It's like, you know what you want your life to look like. I believe that you are someone that has people in your life and you look at them and you're like, man, I wish I could have that. I wish I had that relationship. I wish I had what they had. I wish I had that career. Or not necessarily that career, but that you had a career, basically that you had success, I guess, in what you want to do. But for some reason, you don't think you deserve it. You don't feel like you're worth it. And that's where I think this card is coming in, because it's like, when you start to think about your life in a positive light, or when you start to think about having good things in your life, having good people in your life, it feels different. It feels odd. And it's not because it's because you don't know that way of living. And that's what is, I think, a big piece of what's holding you back. So the Nymph of Cups, again, it's like emotions. It's a prince, right? So we have someone young, or like young energy, or something new in your life that maybe is opening you up to this, right? So you may have someone in your life that you're close to, that you're near and dear to. Remember I said earlier, I feel like you already have people telling you these things. I think that's kind of represented, right? So you have like, and it's someone significant, I think, or people significant. You know, the Page of Cups is kind of that symbol of something new starting in your life. So like, it could be a new relationship, but we're kind of thinking here project. So I'm wondering if this is showing like the birth of a new project. Okay, and we've got this order of like, something's holding us back, we're stuck. We know that we want to work on something, and we've got a lot of transformation to do. So I would say this summer, the theme of your summer is transformation, letting your guard down, letting people in, working towards believing in yourself, believing in your talents, and working towards this thing that you want to create. Because again, there's something here that is solid, that's a project, that's significant, that will give you that success you long for. I feel like there is a support system here, there is love here, and this summer is going to be that process of going through. Now, I just saw something else on here that was kind of crazy. We have again another 8. And was that right on top of the 8? Okay, for a second I was like, well, the 2 8s ended up on top of each other, but they didn't. So never mind, but not too crazy. But we also have like higher numbers, right? So other than the Page, which is more of a beginning thing, the 2 is a beginning thing. And I think that you're in an emotional space for you that is new for you. You might be someone who maybe hasn't even thought about their own feelings very much before. Maybe you just were so trying to be stuck in survival mode or take care of things, take care of business, that you never really had the time to think about yourself. I'm pausing here because I feel like there's something else I want to say, and it's like right there on the tip of my tongue. I tell you that this reading is getting way more intense than I thought it would. When I sat down, I was like, oh, this will be like a fun reading of it. We're going to do this summer. It's going to be great. It's a beautiful day outside today. I was like in a good mood. I felt pretty happy. I thought this would be like a light and sunny, summery focused reading. And then now I'm feeling, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to word it, you guys. I feel like I just feel like there's someone here that I want to wrap my arms around and give a big hug to, because you're struggling. I'm going to get one more card. I feel like I need to round this out. So, and really, can you kind of clarify the Nymph of Cups for me, or the Prince of Cups? Okay, I'm not taking those because those just fell because I'm klutzy. Let me grab those cards real quick. I just want to get some advice for you. And let's just clarify the Prince of Cups. Again, I really feel like it might be wrapped with just the emotional piece. But just kind of round this out for me. Come on. I was just thinking, wow, the cards, there's like a stuckness, right? So the cards weren't coming out. And I had that moment of, yeah, there's like something here that's causing something to be stuck. But look at the cards that came out. They came out together almost like a fan. So we're going to take them. We have the Star, the 2 of Cups, and the Spirit of Cups. So not only do we now have the Prince of Cups, the Spirit of Cups, I believe, is the King. Let me check. The one thing I don't like, I love this deck, but I don't know, when the decks like change the names, it definitely throws me off. So I need to see what the Spirit is. I need to like remember this. Oh no. So it goes Nymph, Warrior, Queen, and Spirit. Yeah, so the Spirit's the King. So beautiful, because we talked about transformation. We talked about your summer being about transforming yourself, about dealing with your own inner turmoil, basically, so that you can start to create the life you want. You can kind of just move past the hurt, the pain, the thoughts, the internal, I almost said the internal torture, but that word's pretty strong, that you're going through, so that you can just build and create, live, and enjoy your life and enjoy the fruits of your labor. I feel like that's something you want and you see other people having. So I love that in that kind of vein, we went from the prince to the king, right? And I'm seeing that, that's what I think you need to do. I think you're a prince and you need to turn into a king, right? There's hope here. There's hope for you. And again, we have a lot of twos here. There's a lot of emotion cards. I don't think I'm telling you anything you don't already know. I feel like you already know this. You possibly also have someone in your life romantically, or not even romantically, but possibly could be romantically, perhaps. But so there's someone here, I think, that is drawing this out in you. And they'll probably be a good help for you this summer, because I think maybe the introduction of someone in your life, I mean, it could have been, like I said, a lot of these cards are pointing to what you're in the middle phase. So not brand new, but not totally something that's been in your life for a very long time, right? I think that either this person possesses some of these qualities or does certain things and you were just like, huh, right? Or they've pointed out positive attributes that you have that kind of threw you for a loop. And it doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be a friend. It could be a family member. Just, think like somebody special. And I think that they might have just been a catalyst to this, or you yourself are going through it. So your summer, first off, I feel like the end of your summer is going to end up way better than it's starting off. I think you've got some good stuff here. There is a sense of hope. There's potential here. There is the sense of love and community here. There's the sense of being able to express yourself in a way that's safe now. So I think that you have all this stuff in your life now, and it's very different from maybe what you had before. So I think you're functioning with a coping pattern of being indecisive, not making a decision, hiding from the world, holding back, and these ways are no longer serving you. And unfortunately, not only is it no longer serving you, but it's now inhibiting you from creating what you want in your life, having success, working on things that are important to you. It's like a roadblock that's just become insurmountable. And in some ways it's of your own making, but I don't think it's totally of your own making. Like I said, I think it's coming from past pain, past hurt, past coping mechanisms that you got to let go of. Okay. So I really think that's where you find yourself in the summer, is you got to deal with that first. And yeah, just again, the sense of let it in, let the people in, let the hope in, accept the positivity, because you deserve it and it's healthy and you don't have to feel, I don't know why this keeps coming out, but it almost feels like this sense of being dirty. Like you feel, oh man, yeah. Okay, that just hit. I almost feel like you think you're dirty, not like physically dirty, but you think you're dirty, right? Like you're dirty in the sense that you're tainted. There's something so inherently wrong with you that you'll never have success, or nobody could ever want you. Nothing could ever come together, right? Just that sense of like you're tainted completely. And actually you're not. It was just, I think, a set of life circumstances that you've been through. I think you've had a hard time. And again, I feel like this is a coping mechanism, right? This is you hiding in a shell. But I really feel like your life now does not in any way represent that. Again, there's just like this sense of love, romance, having safe places to talk about your feelings, having a place where you can transform, having the potential be shown to you over and over. You have the time, you have the means, you have the resources to create what you want. The hope is there. This is good, right? So again, this summer reading is took a far left turn from what I thought it was going to, but I really hope if you were someone that needed this, then this is meaning something to you, that this helps. Okay, so like we talked about already, you got to deal with this piece first. Okay, we got to put this to bed. You got to put it to bed. So I would say your first bet is I mean, you got to start from yourself. Whenever we need to do transformation, whenever we want things in our life, we have to start from, where do we ground ourselves? We ground ourselves in ourself, right? So again, it kind of goes back to what I said. I think for you would just, have you ever actually sat down and thought about what's actually working in your life? What's really good, right? So I think you need to separate like what's the old, what's the thought patterns from what's the actual reality, or what is life trying to show you. And then we need to make a plan for how we're going to work on this thing. How are we going to move on beyond this so we can create something this summer? And I'm getting a sense that you're probably thinking, no, man, I feel, again, I'm getting the sense that you have someone or others in your life that already told you this, that already shown you that they care. Open up to them. You have a support system already in place. You have people that already believe in your talents. They've been trying to come in. You're not letting them in. We got to let them in. They're safe, right? You think you have safe people. I think you probably already have someone in mind as I say this. So invite them into your hermit shelf, or what, invite them into your turtle shell, or step out of yourself, because I think, yeah, I keep hearing that over and over, like, you're safe now, you're safe now. I don't know. I think maybe that resonates with someone. And I don't mean, again, physically, I mean emotionally. This feels very, again, we have a lot of cups here. We got temperance. It feels incredibly emotionally based, that you're emotionally safe now. Who you are matters. The people that are there for you, they believe in you. They know you matter. They will accept you for who you are. They see your worth. They want to be there for you. You have, again, I keep feeling that you have the resources, you have what you need to start working towards, right? You don't have, there's like this, you can move past the satisfaction in your life by working hard. If you work hard, you're going to create, again, this project, this idea, whatever this is that you really want, you can do it. Other than, I think, spending time with yourself and doing things that are healing, I really think that I'm getting this sense of just having fun, like having fun times with people. Again, letting those people in that you maybe are thinking of as you hear this, if this is resonating with you, like, oh yeah, like, this person does always tell me these things, or I've always wanted to share, like, this person seems like they might know what I've been going through. I always wanted to share this with them, and I felt like they would understand, but I've held back. I just heard you have a team already in place. Let's get some oracle cards. I want to use the Moonology cards. I really like them because they always have like good guidance. So I guess this is our summer to move on. I just stop being so hard on yourself. Okay, this summer we need to learn how to be more gentler with ourselves and to understand that we hold a lot of worth. And we are going to work on whatever this is that we've been thinking of. You're going to find a way. All right, so let's get some advice or guidance, I guess. Whoa. Oh, this is perfect. So you got the moon, you got your hard work is paying off. We talked so much about hard work, and I did write that hope of your hard work will pay off. And I think I said too, like, the end of the summer is going to be a lot better. So yeah, there is your sign that this is all going to pay off in the end. And this is like the second time in this reading, I'm welling up with tears because this card that came out says, you and your loved ones are safe. Gosh, I feel like overwhelmed right now. I was not expecting this, but I told you I had that sense of someone that felt, again, not safe physically, but emotionally. We're thinking emotional here, that you just felt emotionally unsafe. And because of that, again, I think you've hidden in a shell. You've locked yourself down, right, from the world. But unfortunately, you also locked yourself down from your talents. And then, I mean, could this be any clearer? Like, I said it, now they're saying it. You are safe. Your loved ones are safe. I feel there's people here, and your hard work will pay off. So the hard work that you're going to put in this summer I think one of the biggest projects you need to work on your summer is, again, your relationship with yourself. The other thing that you need to work on is just whatever this is that you want to do. So again, it's like, you want a life for yourself and you have a very clear picture of it in your head, and this is going to be the summer that you are going to work past your blocks, your inhibitors, your internal struggle, and you're going to start laying down the foundation to make that life a reality, because you deserve it just as much as anyone else in this world, okay? And I just think that says it all. Like, you're in a safe place now. Again, emotionally, people care about you. You are not seen as a burden. You're not seen as a failure. That is not who you are at all. Maybe there's been things in the past that have shown you that, but those days are over. All right. I think this transformation has already started, where we're just going to keep it going in the summer. And yeah. Okay. I feel like I'm kind of repeating myself at this point, and I just hope, I'm going to leave this here because I'm really hoping that this resonates with someone. I don't know if I gave too much detail, but I think that I think we kind of hit the nail on the head. But yeah, if this resonated with you, please let me know. If you don't want to comment, you can always email me at highdeserttarotist@gmail.com if you just want to privately say, yeah, this is what I've been going through, because I definitely have sensed, I'm just feeling the heaviness, the weightness, the very deep rooted feelings of insecurity, of like feeling tainted or feeling like forgotten about. But that ain't you. Well, the image you have ain't you. You are shining. You are talented. You're a star, right? You're worth so much more than you give yourself credit for. Okay, so let's work on that this summer. And again, you've got people, you've got loved ones. It's safe. You're good. Turn to them. They believe in you. Believe in yourself. Please work hard this summer. Move past your hurt. Move past your pain, because it'll all pay off in the end. All right. You can reap some good, positive changes in your life. And let's make that summer 2023. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave you here. I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.